Welcome to honoring Women's Day and month on MVTV. We have a Ladies' Day today. I'm Ann White, along with Allie and Michelle and Melissa and Chavonnet. So it's easier to go first names because we're all friends here. Everyone knows what our last names are anyway. And welcome to our last March. You go. The first segment of March is over. Now we're going to go into April, which is March 2. So we'll be all set. But we'll let Allie do the weather later on. So Michelle, welcome.
Great to be here with you ladies on Ladies' Day. So this wind is crazy, right? So yesterday there was a few boats that were canceled. And so today it's the same thing, crazy winds. So the Steamship Authority, the island home, returns after missing several crossings. The Steamship Authority's largest ferry was sidelined into Sunday afternoon yesterday because of a mechanical issue. It returned to service for its 3:45 p.m. run. The spokesman, Sean Driscoll, told the Times. In a message just after 8 a.m. Sunday morning, Driscoll wrote that a steering breaker tripped the ferry. We are investigating the issue. To fill in for the island home, the SSA sent in the Katama from Fairhaven. The island home suffered a somewhat similar steering problem in March and was just back from what Driscoll said was scheduled maintenance last week. The problems with the island home were not ideal since the SSA issued a travel alert for Sunday afternoon into Monday that could affect ferry service. The National Weather Service is predicting a period of high winds starting Sunday afternoon through the end of Monday for Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. Wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour are forecast. Service disruptions are likely on both routes. So if anybody had any plans for today to go off island,
they're running though. I saw when I went into Vineyard Haven this morning to get my double shot latte from Mocha Mott's and VH. It was they were running. The island home was out there, pretty much made it to Lambert's Cove and then back into Ewie and came up the sound where the wind going into the wind. So they changed their route depending on the wind direction. So they haven't had a good re-entry into spring season. We saw the Woods Hole last week, the Martha's Vineyards, the Nantucket's been breaking down, the Martha's Vineyards been breaking down, and
it's like,
it's constant. It's constant.
And Chavonnet is muted, but at the same time, they are raising the rates left and right. But I digress.
Left and right. Dagertown Selectmen voted unanimously Monday to institute a first of its kind moratorium on anchoring Cape Pogue Pond, finalizing a long held recommendation from the town's Marine Advisory Committee after recreational boaters flooded the ecologically sensitive marine basin last summer. 1 year anchoring moratorium will apply to almost the entire pond, save for a small V-shaped sliver just inside the gut. It reflects a growing regional balancing act as town officials attempt to weigh the unique area's recreational, commercial, and ecological uses, which are historically shared but have come into conflict in recent years. Just a small section that is unproductive for scalloping would be the remaining V-shaped area open to anchoring according to the committee's recommendation. So Steve's going to be pretty upset about that.
Yeah, but he went and bought himself an air anchor type of thing.
Oh, right.
Which inflates his boat up a little bit so he can go in and then and back out again. So he's going to plan for his access to Cape Pogue. Who knows?
Interesting. I'll be it'll be interesting as to find out how that works.
Well, a lot of it is that people were starting to, it was getting packed over there apparently with everyone coming over from the Cape because Cape Pogue's beautiful and they discovered it. And since no one could go to other beaches because of COVID, this is basically a COVID related closure as well as eelgrass and scallop beds and things. So
right.
Everyone was talking about the drags, the scallop drags interrupting the production of eelgrass as well. When they go over the grass, and they're kind of like pruning it along the way. So it's better for them to have drags go over them, as long as they're chain drags and not bar drags for scalloping. So there we have it. Shavi.
All right. So we have 25 new COVID cases, 4 linked to a barbershop. Martha's Vineyard is seeing an uptick in cases, including 4 cases linked to the King's Barbershop in Vineyard Haven. There were 25 new positive cases reported this week as of last Friday. The Vineyard has reported 25 cases for all of March. In an email to the Times Friday, Martha's Vineyard Boards of Health spokesperson and the Tisbury Health agent Mara Valley wrote there have been 25 new positive cases of COVID-19 since Monday, several of which are linked, including 4 cases connected to King's, 2 staff and 2 family members of 1 staff member. Currently, the Board of Health are not aware of any positive cases from King's customers. Speaking to the Times by phone, King's co-owner, King's co-owner Lamar Maurice said both employees that tested positive were asymptomatic and that 1 employee spread it to family members when they went into quarantine. He added that King's is following protocols and no customers that he knows have tested positive for COVID-19. Everyone who comes out to our door has to sign in and get their temperatures taken, Maurice said. It's mandatory and you can't take your mask off. It's also a good time to remind people that there is still a community spread and that they should remain vigilant to protect themselves and their family, Valley wrote. So, I mean.
Yeah, we were doing great for like a month. We were having one or 2 cases, like 1 a day, or some days without any cases. But it's going to spike and come back, And we got April school vacation coming up in 2 weeks, I believe. And who knows, people will come back. The Cape's in trouble too with the Brazilian variant, or the South American variant, we call it that. Let's get more geographically expand here.
I mean, everyone should definitely continue to get tested while it's, available to them. It's your health.
Testing's still going on. The vaccine, they're giving out, 400 vaccines a day. If they could get the supply, they could do 1,000 a day if we could get the equipment necessary. Mostly it's the vaccine. They have all the syringes and the staffing for it. They could set different places. So it's a problem with the supply from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Who's going to blame the federal government? Who's going to blame the suppliers? Who's going to blame it? It's going to go down the road and down the road and stuff. But I've got my second shot last week. I had no side effects whatsoever.
It's awesome.
So it was good. No,
Right.
yeah. So I'm a week away from being 90% safe. I never felt threatened to begin with because I took good care of myself and paid attention to the details on things and understood what the virus was really all about. So onward we go. All righty. Speaking of COVID, the football team was impacted by that for this upcoming game because of the team that they were going to be playing. St. John Paul II had a positive case on one of their team members. So that game may be rescheduled at another time. But anyway, they had 2 games in 6 days and ended up winning one big time and losing a heartbreaker. The good news is the team they crushed a week ago, Monomoy, will be on the island in 2 weeks for possibly the final home game of the season. Again, St. John Paul II was supposed to be here this coming Saturday, and stay tuned for that. Rescheduling. So the Sandwich Blue Knights, however, are done with us. We lost to them in the season opener, 14-0. And on Saturday at McCarthy Field, the game was tied at 7 when the Knights scored from the 2-yard line to seal the win in the 4th quarter, like 5 minutes left to go in the game. The next possession the Vineyard they had a 4th and 5 and made 15 yards on it, but then the poor running back fumbled the ball and lost, and the Sandwich recovered, and we ended up losing 13-7. So anyway, the Vineyard's lone touchdown was scored by Ty Matthews on a 65-yard scamper down the field. Fundamentally, the Vineyard need to execute better and play smart, according to Coach Donald Herman. Yep, that always is. He's taking a lesson out of Bill Belichick's thing. Play smart, execute the fundamentals, and you'll be all set. On offense, Matthew led the Vineyard with 87 yards on 8 carries. Jaden Coyle added 30 yards on the ground on 8 carries, and quarterback Zach Smith was 5 of 6 with 33 yards in the air. Defense, Hunter Meter led the Vineyard in tackles with 8 solo tackles and 1 assisted tackle. Yeah, Gonzalez was also active with 5 tackles, and this is a kid who played soccer for 4 years, and so he's flipped it over to playing the American football from European football. So it'll be good. So on Monomoy last Monday, a week ago, we had a 42-0 rout of that team. So everyone got into the scoring column. We had a 35-0 lead at halftime. Career touchdowns for juniors Gabe Brito and Yvonne Tri Porter. Ty Matthew had a couple more touchdowns. Braden Sales And Hunter Meter, seeing his first game action, came back from playing hockey, and then he was in the protocol. Now he's back playing football again, and he had his a touchdown as well. So onward we go with football. The track team, they're calling it indoor track, but it's really the winter indoor track is going to be competed outdoors. So we have a home meet tomorrow on our track, and basically they're going to have an extended spring season. So it's going to be like back-to-back track season. So it's going to be good for those kids to get out there and run and jump and throw and sprint and do the marathons and get the javelin out there.
We all got to keep moving. I hear that everybody's going gain 2 pounds a month or a week since COVID.
I hope it's not a week. It could be a week. I would say a month.
I don't think so.
It's like when you go to college, they call it the freshman 15. We're just calling it the COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the COVID 20.
COVID 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 30 or 40.
No. I've been doing my walk and getting my 5 miles in 5 to 7 miles every day. So that's
That's
not making a bit of difference. Don't step up. You may be losing inches and getting in better shape, but you're not.
all right, Michelle, we're going for a
Miles are
walk
not,
this weekend.
I've been walking every day too, every single day, trying to beat the rain. But if it rains, so be it.
That's right.
Got to
So-
get out there.
And on that segue,
Motion.
we're going to you, Allie, for the weather.
Oh, okay.
While we're up there.
Mhm. So I don't know if everybody's noticed. Oh, yes, it's ladies' month.
Women's
Yeah,
History
the
Month.
girls
We
got it today.
we got
Okay,
a lot
so
of history going between the four of us, I imagine. 6 counting Kelly, who's behind the scenes here. So
yes, and we're color coordinated. So, all right, ladies. So the weather's looking up. We are actually getting spring weather. Do you believe? Oh, sorry. Somebody shushed me, so I won't say anymore. I'll just give you the wonderful weather. So here we go. Tonight, clear with a low around 27. West wind 9 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 31 miles per hour. Taco Tuesday, sunny. Ooh, can't wait, with a high near 53. Get out there and walk, folks. Light and variable wind becoming south 9 to 14 miles per hour in the morning. So if you want to walk in the afternoon, go do it. Tuesday night, increasing clouds with a low around 44, south wind 13 to 16 miles per hour. Wednesday, partly sunny, I'll take it, with a high near 55, a little breezy with a south wind 16 to 20 miles per hour. And Wednesday night, rain, ooh, boo-hoo, mainly after midnight. Not bad then, I'll take it. Low around 47, breezy with a south wind around 21 miles per hour. Thursday, rain mainly before 11 a.m. So it looks like I'll be walking in the afternoon, high near 53. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Northwest wind 15 to 18 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with a high near 40. Northwest wind 13 to 17 miles per hour. Aren't you excited? Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 31. Northwest wind 13 to 16 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny again. Applause, applause. I can't wait. With a high near 45. Northwest wind 14 to 16 miles per hour, which means I'll be out in my yard this week working to make it beautiful. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 39. West wind around 15 miles per hour. Sunday, mostly sunny. Applause, applause. We're getting some sun this week, you guys, with a high near 49. West wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. And that is our weather for the week +1. What do you think?
Yay. Top is going to be off my Jeep for sure.
Okay, look, I've already had my moon roof open. Okay, don't
Yeah,
have the
well,
top,
I've
but I
had my
got the
top
roof.
off, but then it has to go back on because it's cold again.
Yeah,
Either one of
yeah.
those. I don't have either one of those, so maybe I'll just hang out the window like a dog.
You can hang
Yeah, I'll do
out,
the
right?
same thing.
Or you can hang out with us. Yeah, put your mask on, stick your head out the window.
As long as there's snacks and food involved, I'm there.
Okay. And you know
Always.
I got them.
I
Okay.
am excited that the weather is changing, man. This is like, I feel
Yeah.
like winter really is only January and February, gotta tell you.
It is. It has
Yeah, it is.
changed.
Yeah.
You know, it's shorter. Like right after New Year's, I'm like, okay, I'll settle in. January, February is a little gloomy, but yeah, March, we're back
Right.
at it.
Yeah,
And I'm so
totally.
excited because I'm gonna have a garden. I'm so excited.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
I tried that last year and I'm like, maybe I'll try again. So
Well, Michelle doesn't have a green thumb, but her husband does.
me neither.
He does. And you know what? I'm thinking about hiring the company that we do the landscape here and just have them start it. Have them start it.
Smart.
Teach
It's
you.
all about the soil.
I was going to say, okay, I can help you with that. I used to work at Middletown, and so I can help you. I have raised beds, and so I do have sort of a green thumb, and I volunteer at the oh gosh, what is it? I volunteer at the greenhouse.
Comsog over it. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I used to work at Mahoney's and I used to know everything, but flowers I'm okay, but
okay, bah
vegetables, I'm
humbug.
like, I don't know.
Nah.
Oh, good. I had a garden for
These are
years
my
and years and
plants.
years.
This is
I'd rather
Farley.
support the people who are farmers and go buy the food from them. That's
Yeah, there you go.
I do that too when I run out.
denial, justification.
I'm gonna have Eugene do the food gardening, and I'm just gonna do the pretty gardening with the pretty.
Yeah.
flowers.
Now you're
Mhm.
talking.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then don't get a dog because it'll get dug up.
Dear, I just love talking to you ladies. I don't get to see people very much. So yeah, so the West Tisbury Library hosts a pop-up. Go West Tis Library. We are so excited that they are moving and grooving and trying to get people back in there, but it's going to be outside. So on Saturdays in April from 12 to 3, the West Tisbury Library will hold a pop-up library in the library's parking lot, weather permitting. That's so great. Books and other items will be available for browsing and checkout with your library card. Children and young adult materials, along with adult books and DVDs, will be available for contactless browsing. According to a press release, librarians will be available on site to help browsers choose their next read. Bring your library or ID card. There will be forms available to register for a card. If you've never had one before, you should have one because clams is pretty cool. Mask wearing and social distancing is mandatory. A hand washing sink and sanitizer will be provided. So want to give them kudos for trying to safely socially distance and still encourage the reading with actual books. I remember last week we took a class, all of us here at MVTV took a class and they literally sent us an actual book before the class. And I was astounded. I haven't received a book in so long.
I know. I've been using the Libby app, which is all the clams libraries on one app. So it's actually pretty cool. You can get magazines and books and you name it. And so that's what I've been doing because it's easy.
Yeah. And it's kind of nice to actually read a piece of paper versus another.
It is. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you can, I think that a book is far more portable than my laptop. And
Yeah.
reading stuff on my phone just is like, it's like you're just scrolling and stuff and you're
Well, if you have an iPad,
it's
people have
never-
iPads, it's not quite so bad.
Still, it's
Right.
like, get off the screen, but again, I can't really say that because the screen is my life. And
Right.
so I feel I'm a little
Yeah.
torn.
Yeah, I've gotten into audiobooks and they're great.
I
They're,
know.
you
I do those too.
Really?
Like, so I'll walk like 7 miles and listen to like 10 chapters of my book. It's fabulous.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. That keeps your mind off the actual exercise.
Exactly.
I get my binoculars with me wherever I go walking and I just do birding. So I don't do
That's a good idea.
That's
making a
really
birdhouse.
cool.
And we're making a birdhouse.
Are you?
Wow. That's exciting.
Yeah, I have a birdhouse that I forgot the guy's name, but it looks like a boat. It looks like one of the
Oh,
the
yeah, no, the
ferries.
Islander. No, yeah, who
yeah.
did that? Carrick, maybe? No.
I can't remember. He doesn't live here, but I guess he used to
No, they
summer
made
here.
the birdhouse, a red house out of the Islander. The front.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah, I've
Awesome.
had mine for a long time. I don't think anybody's using it right about now. but,
You'd be surprised. You gotta be, they're secretive, those little nesting birds.
no, that's
I'm
cool.
trying to-
I
I'm
hope
trying to
so.
Become that country girl. I'm trying so hard. You have no idea.
Island Grown workshops continue. Home gardeners can learn regenerative growing practices at one of 3 upcoming workshops sponsored by Island Grown, according to an announcement from the Food Equity Nonprofit. Email to sign up for any of these, email emily@igimv.org to sign up for the following in-person sessions. Prepare your garden for spring the regenerative way. It takes place April 24th with a rain date of the 25th from 10:30 to noon at a private residence in Oak Bluffs. Details are available upon sign up. The next one is how to plant a fruit tree the permaculture way, and scheduled for May 22nd. Rain date on the 23rd from 10:30 to noon at the community greenhouse in Oak Bluffs. The third one is regenerative backyard gardening practices. Takes place June 5th, rain date June 6th, from 10:30 to noon in the IGI Community Garden at Thimble Farm. Space is limited for all 3 workshops, and if any of those sound good, I will say Emily's email again. It's emily@igimv.org. So those sound actually really, really awesome.
I'm probably.
All of us who want a garden, we can learn something.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. So homebound vaccine program already exists on the island. Governor Charlie Baker announced a new state hotline will be available Monday, today, for homebound people eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine to call and get a shot. Turns out a similar program already exists on the island. In an email to the Times, Board of Health spokesman and Tisbury Health agent Mara Valley wrote that the island had been arranging vaccination for homebound individuals prior to Baker's announcement. Board of Health provided that the hospital with contact information for known homebound individuals, Valley wrote. The hospital in turn reached out to those individuals to schedule vaccination. She added that homebound individuals who have been contacted should reach out to, who have not been contacted should reach out to their respective towns' Board of Health for assistance. According to Baker, more than 2 million Massachusetts residents have received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, with 1.1 million fully vaccinated. On Wednesday, the hospital administered 37 first doses and 278 second doses of the COVID-19 vaccine. In total, the hospital has administered 6,547 first doses and 3,808 second doses. Hospital officials asked for patience Wednesday as vaccine supplies remain low.
Yeah, so they've done 10,000 injections plus. That was as of the end of last week, and that's impressive for our little island. You know, a lot of people are going off and carpooling and going up to CVS because they're finding it easier to get to Walgreens to CVS to get a vaccine, but then they have to go back there again. So it's 2 trips, but if 3 people that you know get in the car, so it's not that expensive when you divide up the boat ticket. If you
Okay.
on the boat and the boat runs, all those things have
Right.
to happen at once.
Yeah.
So there's details on that.
So Michelle, let's carpool because
So my vaccine has to be done in Boston because my doctor's associated up there. So it's
oh
like,
wow.
and in fact, it's a lot. I'm on that pre-registered list waiting.
My
Right.
gosh. So show
You're a
him.
youngin' though. You're a youngin', aren't you? Aren't you eligible on the 19th of April to get into our, pool of candidates for it?
They just told me to keep waiting.
That's why.
And I have asthma, so I'm like, please.
Right. No, I said, you know what? I said the same thing, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get an asthma shot in infusion, which is like pretty serious. And
When
so-
they sent me the thing to sign up for the vaccine, that was one of the things that I could be eligible for it right now if I had asthma or
Yeah.
smoked or, there's a whole list of things.
Still, they said they're still
Right.
waiting to hear back from the 7 locations that I would be eligible for.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go, although Fenway Park just got shut down because the Red Sox are coming home theoretically on Thursday, their season opener. So that's now at the Heinz Convention Center up in Boston.
wow.
Oh wow.
It's I feel very blessed to be done, 2 and done. And like I said, a week away from being able to have people at my house for dinner, which is
Yeah,
love to host dinner parties, and
which is
I
awesome.
know, I
and I
miss
haven't
it.
done that in, a year. So we're having a reunion. The last people I had for dinner we're all been vaccinated. We're all old. We're all coming back to my house for dinner after Easter, for sure. All right, let's get into bad news. So we have a new photographer on the Bird Alert page, and it is
He's cute.
Montes Jr. And he has done some, basically portraiture of birds. And so this is a female cardinal. He's done a great job. I mean, he must be spend hours in Photoshop of creating these things in the depth of field and stuff. But these are photographs, folks. And there's a mockingbird. Now I know you're all going to start singing Carly Simon and James Taylor's song, Mock, yeah.
Bird, yeah.
Yeah, mock-ing. Yeah, we got to get the ing in there.
Oh,
That's a mockingbird. And he's got an oyster catcher. And so again, he does a nice job with turning these into art. And they're back. That's a pipe and plover, folks. So be prepared to have all the fishermen, everyone, all the beach access people going, oh God, they're back. Can't beach anymore. But this is a bird that we need to, part of the ecosystem, and they're endangered, and they get run over all the time by people driving out on the beach and human disturbance. So there we have it. And then he's got a tufted titmouse. Now I love these little guys. They are tenacious and they'll come to your bird feeder. They're like a oversized chickadee. They're fun. But again, his artwork of what he's done with his photographs is pretty amazing. So there's Laura Hilliard was at home, and this bird was 5 feet away from her on her deck, and that's a Cooper's hawk. So she just snagged her camera and got a little look at this bird, who was waiting for somebody to go to the feeder so he can have lunch. And then we have Tim Johnson had a beautiful picture of a red-tailed hawk. And this bird, you can see them a mile away because they have such a white front. But there are some birds that are dark phases, and those are more the southern and western red-tailed hawks, and they would literally be brown here. So birds have a tendency to have all different types of coloring on them. So, and that's it for bird news. Keep your feeders going. Get the tube feeders. Those are the best ones right now to have put a bunch of mixed seed in, because all birds are migrating through and they're tired and they really want to come and have some, food as they migrate through. And suet feeders, you can either get the block feeders or the ones that have the tubular ones that have suet balls that go in it. My birds love those, and woodpeckers especially will be fighting over that. And ospreys are back. Keep your eyes to the sky to see those migrating birds come through. And there we go. That's it for bird news.
so Ann, I'm going to bother you again.
Yep.
Is it possible that you could put up pictures of the particular bird feeders?
Yeah, no, I was
And
going to do that
see?
today. I just ran out of time for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Do that. But if you go to the Felix Next shop, I don't know if they're open yet for visitation, but they've got a tremendous variety of bird feeders in there, as does SBS. So, but they're all different types. But like I said, the Droll Yankee is the tube feeders that have perches on them that come through, and they feed them from the top. And there's squirrel proof ones too. But I will do before next week's show, I will do a whole bird feeder 101 and put pictures of those up instead of birds. How's that?
That's perfect.
And also where to buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go local.
Yeah,
To get
I'll go local first and with the picture and say, this is what
correct.
I want to
granted-
buy.
Yep, exactly. And it's just a matter of different types of feed. I saw that you're on Bird Alert. Are you on Hawkward MV yet?
No,
The Facebook page? Okay, I'll have you join that one, because there's a lot of information on that as well.
oh, cool. Okay, great.
It's more of a island natural history type of page that Gussie Ben David's
Okay.
Mariah Ben David is managing. So
So I
Awesome.
guess I don't have to put Vaseline on the pole so the squirrel just slides down.
okay, this is
Like-
gonna go downhill real quick.
Really quick.
I think that was on YouTube.
Okay, I gotta go now, folks. I'm gonna sign off for Ali, Shopton, Michelle, Melissa, and Kelly before this digresses really. something. Take care, folks. We'll see you in April. Happy
Bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Take
Happy
care.
spring.
Bye.
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 I miss it.